goes, I used to have lock extensions, and I had lock extensions for about 3 years, and the goal was to grow my hair out into really long locks. I love the Braves, they're very cool. It says explain the card edit. It says say hi. I don't even know. Hi. Okay. Hi, Sunstar, Lovely, Von Everhart. I'm guessing the Braves is a show. I've never seen it, so I can't really speak on it, but you're welcome. Anyways, so I had lock extensions for like 3 years. And while I had the lock extensions, I cut it. I took out one old install. I added another new install. It's just, I had a lot going on. And I get really bored with my hair. So at first, the first one I had highlights on the bottom, like the tip were like blonde. And then I took those out and got a new install done by somebody in Nigeria. And I carried that install for like almost 2 years. So either way, my hair grew and I loved it and I rocked it for a while. And after rocking that lock extensions for a while, I just got to a point where I was tired of lock extensions. And I started looking at sister locks and I was like, oh, these sister locks are so cute because they're small and tiny and you can do like, all kinds of stuff with your hair with small locks. So I was like, should I get small locks? But either way, in order for me to get something else, I had to take out my lock extensions and get a new install. So the plan was I was going to take out my lock extensions and then I was going to get a new install. But as I took out my lock extensions, I was like, you know what? I actually like my hair like that. So I just left it. I just left it. How do I change the green screen? So I just left it. Hold on, guys. I want to put on a new background. So I decided to leave my hair. So these are the locks that I had before. So this is what I had before. I had actually bleached them blonde. So this is what I had before. Hopefully you can see it. So after doing that, I was like, I'm bored. I want to do something else. And then I asked my husband, I was like, can I take my locks out? And at first he was like, no. And then after, sweet talking him and, being on his good side and making him feel good as my husband, he was like, okay, baby, you could take it out. So he took me to a shop where I could get it out. But the night before I started taking it out, this was me trying to take it out the night before. And I was only able to do like the back part. You see that? It was like only like 2 rows that I could do. And so after trying to do like those 2 rows, I just decided, I was like, you know what? I got to go to a shop. So I went to a shop and the shop helped me do it. And then I ended up getting some cornrows. So these are the cornrows that I had from the shop. So this was all done in Nigeria. I was out of the country. So I was able to pay people like a small amount of money to get it done for me. Because Lord knows that if I would have taken it out over here in the United States of America, that would have cost me like an arm and a leg because it took them 9 hours to take my hair out. So once they took it out, I rocked those cornrows for a while. These are the cornrows that I had. I rocked the cornrows for a while, but after a while I got bored and I wanted the cornrows to be smaller. So I went and got them redone and ended up doing a different style. So I got them redone. I don't know if you could tell the difference, but the style was a little bit smaller. And then once I got them, oh, sorry guys, I'm back. Once I got them redone, I ended up with those. And then I came back and now I have what I have on my head. Let me see if I can find a good background. I'm going to put me and my daughter in the background. Yeah, I'm going to put me and her in the background. So yeah, so I ended up taking my hair out and ending up with something like this. So these are called stitch braiding. I wanted something big that would be a good protective style